Welcome to New Zealand, the place to get 2 scoops and a side of tea sauce. We cut the crap and deliver the news straight to Kiwis. We won't take up your whole day, but we will tell you what's happening in New Zealand. And damn, did a lot happen over the weekend. The Olympics held on to pole position. The closing ceremony has just finished and New Zealand was left off the world map again, even though we finished 11th in the overall rankings. Awkward. Alessi Andrews won her 2nd gold and New Zealand ended up winning 20 medals overall, matching their last best performance in Tokyo 2020. Truly a sporting nation. There was a lot more that happened too, like Disney showing off Moana 2 and Toy Story 5, the beef between the Police Association and Nicole McKee, and that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively face off at the box office. So, let's have a yarn, shall we? In domestic news today, we have the sad story of a 5-year-old autistic boy missing in Gisbourne since the afternoon of Sunday, 11th August. Apparently, he was wearing a nappy and no shoes when he walked off his property. This is a family's worst nightmare and we hope he's found soon. The police have requested that if anyone has seen him, please call 111 immediately. Turning to the Olympics, looks like nobody acknowledges New Zealand, even in a ceremony that's supposed to be celebrating the whole world. The Olympics closing ceremony was held in the early hours of Monday, and it had the usual pageantry. Tom Cruise appeared to ride a motorcycle and then parachute out of a plane because it's Tom Cruise. Billie Eilish also performed, and there were other cameos such as Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Why so many Americans, you ask? Because the Olympics are being held in Los Angeles in 2028, and apparently the focus needs to be more on the celebrities than the sports stars. And right as the lights went out in the stadium, an outline of the world map started glowing, but there was nothing next to Australia. Our beautiful lands were just completely left in the dark, like in every other mainstream portrayal of the world. Why do people hate us so much? Any ideas? Sound off in the comments below. Speaking of annoyed Kiwis, the police union president Chris Cahill is pretty pissed off right now. He's annoyed that ACT Minister Nicole McKee has excluded police from consultation on firearms reform. His point, quite understandably, is that it's the police who are literally in the firing line, so they should at least be afforded the opportunity to have a say on the reform as soon as possible. Nicole McKee doesn't seem too fazed and has basically confirmed what Chris Cahill is complaining about, but stated they'd have the opportunity to make submissions in due course. So what do you think? Is the police union president correct to want to be included from the get-go, or has the ACT minister got a point here? Transport Minister Simeon Brown did what was typical and told Kiwis that we'll have to spend more to get about our daily lives. The coalition government will soon introduce congestion charge legislation, which allows councils to charge drivers for using specific roads at certain times or locations. It looks like the local councils will have the freedom to choose where and when this applies in the hopes of reducing congestion. Hopefully there isn't some power-hungry local council nut trying to change traffic patterns to suit his drive into work. National have said any revenue raised will go back to the transport infrastructure so it can't be siphoned into pet projects. That's definitely a plus. What do you guys think? Are you sick of the gridlock, or is there another solution to this? Speaking of trying to fill the black hole left by tax cuts, National have now increased visa fees so they can claw some money back. What better way to fill your coffers than have the people pay for it during a cost of living crisis? Not only that, but the amount that's forecast to be brought in is apparently 4 times more than the cuts themselves. So where is this money going? Keep it locked and hopefully we can report on it when more information is available. In entertainment news, the D23 Expo was held over the weekend and there was some cool stuff. We got to see some more of Moana 2. Moana is an older sister now, so it will be fun to see the story they tell with that. They also showed off the Mufasa movie, and it looks incredible. According to the trailer, Scar was always the rightful king and Mufasa somehow took over, or is that what they want you to think? They also didn't touch on how Scar got his scar, and I'm happy they didn't. Trailers reveal far too much nowadays. Let me go into the cinema and actually enjoy the unfolding events. We also saw some Toy Story 5, and the story part sounds pretty cool. Looks like the traditional toys will be fighting against the scary electronics. This gives Disney the opportunity to dive into problems surrounding social media and screen time. This is a great idea for a plot. Here's hoping they stick the landing. What did you think of the D23 showcase? Was there anything that got you particularly excited? Like Gal Gadot as the evil queen in Snow White? Or that showing of The Incredibles 3? In box office news, both Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively topped the charts this weekend. Deadpool and Wolverine was #1 and crossed the $1 billion mark. It Ends With Us was #2, raking in an impressive $50 million. This is the first time since 1990 that a married couple reigned atop the box office. The last time was Bruce Willis in Die Hard 2 and Demi Moore in Ghost. Pretty cool. Which film do you think was better, Deadpool and Wolverine or It Ends With Us? That's all we have today. If you want another scoop, keep it locked. This is where we cut the crap and bring no bullshit news straight to your screen. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to let traditional media know that their shit just doesn't run anymore, just like Sinead Diver. Check back tomorrow for some more Kiwi news.